So for John, you have two main builds. There's kind of a one-shot John build, and then there is a fighter John build. Um, so the one-shot John build is obviously very fun and powerful, and it's what most people kind of complain about with John. But it's not his strongest build. His fighter build is actually much, much stronger. Um, and we're going to go into the perks and kind of show you what goes into that. So if we look here, uh, we'll go over the one-shot John build first. So your first is going to be Surging Smash. It's the makes the whole build work, right? Your sprint attacks deal more damage. Uh, you just want to run at people and right click. If you can get the right click off, you'll kill everybody but another John in one shot. Um, and even a John, he'll only have like a sliver of health left. Your next perk's going to be Stable Tank. These other perks are all good, but Stable Tank is just so freaking powerful that it's just god tier in a class of good perks. So sticky explosive and amplified explosives can both be awesome, but like I said, stable tank's just too important. Your health pool is increased, and then it doesn't cost as much stamina to block, which is super important. And then your last perk is going to be either Enrage Infusion or Relentless Strength. I like Relentless Strength in my one-shot uh, John build because you're going to get shot a lot. You're going to get, either assassinated when you right-click, or you're going to, get shot maybe by Marianne in the chest. Hopefully, if it's the head, you're dead. But and this will significantly um, progress you towards your ult, where you get to be super powerful. Rampaging Onslaught isn't bad here either with the one-shot John, because once you get your ability off, you're super powerful. Um, the problem with this is the ability meter resets upon death, and you will be dying quite a bit as one-shot John, especially against good players that they're just going to dodge you and get behind you and assassinate you for it most of the time. So it can be risky. Um, as far as matchups go with John, the one-shot John build, um, you can pretty much take out anybody so long as they don't block or dodge you. Uh, so you kind of want to hit people unaware. If they're if they have their backs towards you's a great time. Um, or if they're assassinating someone else, it's like a faster assassination to running right click them. Um, or if you get, your juiciest target's always going to be a Robin. He's going to have the hardest time fighting you. Um, and your least favorite target's going to be a John. If there's another John on the team that's not also going for the one-shot build, he's gonna beat the crap out of you. Um, and that all being said, like there's just a certain satisfaction that goes with the one-shot build. So I understand, and I use it a lot. It's definitely fun and satisfying, but it is not the most powerful. The most powerful John build is what I like to call Fighter John. Um, this guy isn't trying to run in and right click you. He's staying for the fight. So we go with Dying Retaliation here. Um, this is all good stuff, and you get this level 1. Your heavy attacks perform faster when your health is low, so you're wanting to pop your ult when you hit about half health or so, and then these heavy attacks are going to be devastating. You're just going to right click, right click, right click, and you'll beat up just about anybody. Um, your parry, the stronger hit reaction from the parry is huge. If you can parry, another John or a Took's hit, you essentially instantly win that fight. And then, of course, you get the increased XP, which is nice. Perk 2 is going to be, again, stable tank. It's just god tier in this list. I will take a second to say that cargo carrier can be really good if you have like four like of your friends, you know what I mean? Like you and three friends are playing and you're going for a specific thing. So if you and another character have cargo carrier or the took ability that lets you winch faster, you can really sneak out a fast win with that. Uh, but as far as fighting and like solo or duo queue stuff, stable tank's just better all around. Cargo carry is very niche. And then for the third perk, you want Enraged Infusion here. The light attack dealing more damage is amazing. The reason it's so amazing is because Fighter John's going to do so much better against Marianne, and Marianne's his main kind of counter. Um, when you're fighting a Marianne, you're going to be using your light attacks almost exclusively. If you ever right click against a Marianne that's very good, she's either going to dash behind you and assassinate you, or she's going to dash backwards and shoot you in the head 3 times before you can move. Either way, you're probably going to die from that. So what you're going to do in a scenario like that is block into her, swing when you get close, and try and deplete her stamina faster than she can deplete yours, or her arrows. So, um, some matchups with John as far as the other characters go. Marianne is obviously something we just talked about. Uh, she's gonna eat you up, and you're gonna have to practice a lot to deal with a Marianne. She's pretty oppressive, and I believe she's getting a nerf soon, which will be nice. But it's a hard fight. The fighter John build has the best probably way of like straight up fighting her outside of like right clicking her when she doesn't see you. But it's a hard fight, man. And if someone's just really good, they're probably going to beat you up. But that's where teamwork comes into play. You can push her into a teammate or bait her into your team. You still are super tanky because of your stable tank perk. So that's what's going to have to happen more against a Marianne. It's a hard fight. Um, Another John. So again, another one-shot John will never beat a fighter John because you essentially block the running right click and then you're just going to beat him up with whatever you want. Your right clicks are faster. Your light attacks hit harder, and you can block forever essentially with the stable tank perk. So they'll never be able to beat you. Another fighter John is a fun matchup. Obviously, it's a mirror, and it comes down to who's got the better blocks. Uh, you have to be careful, and there's going to be a lot of like circling each other. Not really. No one wants to attack because they don't want to get parried and beat up. Uh, so you got to be careful about attacking first. If you are going to attack first, you need to lead with the right click so that you stagger them, at the very least. Against a Took can't really beat a John as far as like a straight up fight, so long as you stay out of his gas. If you fight him in his gas, you're gonna lose all your stamina and probably die. But as long as you're outside of that gas, uh, fight him just like you would another fighter John. He wait for his right click or something to parry, or block until he's out of mana, essentially with stable tank, and then just left click him into oblivion. Uh, he's Took's more of a support character in my opinion than a straight up bruiser like John is. So it makes sense. And then the Robin, there's not a whole lot to say about a Robin versus John because a Robin's just a delicious snack to John. Uh, Both the right click build and the fighter build will beat up a Robin pretty easily. He doesn't hit hard enough with his melee to do anything. His shots, with if they're not charged, even headshots, are not going to do significant damage to you, so you can kind of just run at him without consequence. The only thing you have to be worried about with a Robin is the flash bomb and then him getting behind you and assassinating you. That's literally the only thing. So yeah, he can dodge behind you if you're running right click, but honestly, I haven't seen any Robins really do that. They all dash backwards. They're not playing the same way as a Marianne. So maybe when the Robins get a little bit better, they'll be better at countering that. But for now, Robins are just little snacks served up on a silver platter for a John. Um, and a couple of more like quick things I want to mention before I end the video here is the war cry perk is just garbage. So when you're ulted, you deal more damage to guards and have damage resistance against guard attacks. There's no reason that you need to be ulting for guards. This is garbage. Don't even buy. I haven't even bought the skill. It's that bad. Um, and then uh, there are certain perks out here that can be like Rampaging Onslaught. It can be very good, and Cargo Carrier. Um, but they're just kind of overshadowed by the other perks in their class. Like amplified explosives seems like with John it would be like a must-have, but just it's slotted in with such a great you know perk that you're almost never going to be able to justify doing that. Um, John is the easiest character. He's if I'm talking to a new player and they want to learn the game, pick up John and have a great time because even if you're bad with John, you can still kind of make something happen. You're not going to get one shot all over the place, and you can really learn the game. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say, guys. If you have any comments, feel free to ask in the comments section down below. Um, if I miss anything, I will answer it down there if you have any questions. Um, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you next time.